I'm Mark Thorley and I'm homeless.
Route 5. This is where I met Mark. With headphones in and my eyes fixed on my schoolwork, there was no reason I should have met Mark. I guess he didn't catch on to my headphones in, don't bother me position. What spurred from a conversation about first aid eventually led to a documentary. This is Mark's story.
I was an aircraft technician. Avionics is what I did before I became homeless. I had a pretty good life. My last major job was United Airlines. So I worked on the line and fixed airplanes for a living.
Mark grew up in the LA area playing with model airplanes and eventually moved to San Francisco to work on real ones. But when the company he worked for went out of business in 2005, he couldn't find work and Mark became homeless.
I mean, even the small jobs here in town I couldn't find. I applied with airlines, so they wouldn't even hire me, and that was pretty dejecting. With all the experience I've had in the airline industry, they weren't even considering me, and I just kept getting nowhere. When you're homeless, you seem like people treat you different. That's part of it. When you go to different places, you don't have a place of your own to go to, and people, you get rejected, it seems to me. Feels like right in town. Loneliness is a big part of it. I never see many people or my friends and stuff. Losing all my possessions. And it takes you down to pay a few pegs. Money to buy the things you used to buy. You can't even buy them anymore. And sometimes I go hungry, and I've gone hungry several times. There's things I still want. I still want another Jeep, and I want a nice home and those things. But also, one thing is to change. If I do get the money I plan to get, I hope, I do want to help people with it.
I asked Mark why his heart for giving had changed.
I became a Christian in 1971. Actually took an earthquake to make me become a Christian. There was an earthquake in the LA area in 1971. And it kind of frightened me, it took me there. The people in my church are Christians, and I go see their homes and stuff and see how much room and everything they have. And if you're Christian, and God even says, Jesus even says, you didn't feed me when I needed food, you didn't house me when I needed and the guy says, I don't remember seeing you, Jesus. He said, you did to the least of these, you did to me. And my Christian friends don't even do that, and it hurts. I even asked my church, and they punished me for it. They didn't want me to ask people in church for food when I was hungry. My faith is the strongest part of me right now. And I noticed that, I never read the Bible much. I'm reading the Bible constantly now. And that's amazing. I'm happy where God's put me in the church, and I think most of this was His doing.
Mark brought up a well-known face in San Luis Obispo, Scott Sweeney, the owner of Louisa's Place, and one of the people that inspired Mark to give back.
And he fed me when I was hungry, and I know he does with others, and I thought helping him to do that might be a good idea. And I have some ideas for Christmas. Not sure what's going to happen yet, but I have some ideas I want to help people with new things, new tents, new sleeping bags.
Since Mark can't find work, he's creating his own. Every day he hops on the bus and heads to the Apple Store to work on his website, pilotipad.com. The website is a platform of information about applications on the iPad made for pilots. Every time someone clicks an ad on the page, it's money in Mark's pocket.
I spilled the ink across the page, trying to spell your name. So I fold it up and I flick it out.
Home sweet home.
Home sweet home. This is where Mark has ended up after being homeless for 5 years.
Megan gave me the sweater, jacket, the blanket. I have a friend, and I feel like it was more than a friend to me, but she put a restraining order on me, but we still talked on the phone and stuff. And I called her again on Sunday, and she doesn't want any part of me at all. And that kind of hit me pretty hard. And just in my website, I guess I expected too much out of it, and it's not doing it. So I just started feeling like, is there going to be an end to this? And that hit me all of a sudden. I felt really down and out, felt really all by myself again. And I remember being alone on Christmas and New Year's and my birthday. Nobody even said happy birthday to me. And that kind of hurts. I mean, I was just too scared to kill myself. Trying to get back all the things I had. I am trying to do that. I'm trying to get a home. I'm trying to get a car again. I am trying to bring those things back, of course. I'm trying to bring back normalcy again. And that's what I'm trying to do. I miss driving. I used to drive a lot. You know, I used to go in the mountains a lot. I miss that. And I'm just tired of being stuck in San Luis all the time. I think God's put me, like you said, through the fire. I hope so, because I hope He's bringing me to humble me and bringing me closer. Because I lost everything I owned. Everything's gone.
I asked Mark what lights of hope he has found along the way. One of them is in IHOP and goes by Meg.
It's very special to me. Basically, I see God brought me an angel. And she has a heart like most people. I've never seen in most people. I mean, she's got an capacity of caring and loving that's beyond most people. I don't see that at church at all. And that upsets me, because they're supposed to be Christians, and I don't see that. But I see Meg taking her faith beyond most people do.
Meg will give Mark a spare blanket, go in half with him for a new tent, drive him to church, give him her employee meal at IHOP, or just talk.
Hey, stupid! This bird, I guess I got into his territory, and he comes by and looks for food. He's got a little bit of an attitude. I saw him the other day. I try to. He used to. A couple times I got him to eat out of my hands, but he doesn't do it anymore.
It seems stupid the bird isn't the only one popping into Mark's life who needs him.
One Sunday, I seen her a couple times in town, and she was looking for food, and I saw her one Sunday. I just left Scott's place and asked her if she was hungry, and she said yes, and I took her over to Scott, and he fed her. And I saw her like last week, and apparently she was down and out. She tried to commit suicide, and she's been homeless for 5 years. And I just didn't know what to do. I was unable to do anything for her. I was going to give her one of my old sleeping bags, but I never seen her again. So loneliness is the hardest part. I mean, you're not, you know, I'm kind of a person who likes to be around people, and that hurts, because when I'm not, I feel I'm just all by myself out here, and nobody cares. That's what it hurts. That's what it comes. I don't know where to go to find a friend or anything. I don't. I just stay here, and I just don't. It just goes in round and round in my mind.
I met with Mark later that week to see how he was doing. Something was giving him a glow, and Lord knows it wasn't stupid, the bird.
Thinking of an idea we can use Christian college girls who would like to help people in need, such as homeless people, and we could start an organization first starting here in San Luis Obispo and Cal Poly. When they're out and about downtown or different parts of San Luis, they could help find people in need. If we find out what their needs are, and we'll try to supply them.
Because of people like Meg who helped Mark, the organization would be called Mark's Angels. Mark has a heart for taking his situation and turning it into something that helps other people, and he needs the help of college students to turn it into a reality. He hopes to take this organization from a club at Cal Poly to an international organization. This is one homeless man's story.
Come on, skinny love, just let's sing it. For a little soul we will never hear. My, 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 my. Staring at the same